Hey again, Jim here. In the last video, we looked at the teachings about how our spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, and the confusion that that teaching can create in us as we struggle with trying to keep the flesh under control and contained. Let me present a different way of looking at this dynamic between body and spirit. What if we agreed that we are all spiritual beings having a physical experience? In the last video, I suggested that our bodies are the means by which we express our spirits in the world. Maybe another way of looking at it is that our bodies are the means through which our spirits learn and grow through living and being in the world. Can our spirits grow? Can they learn? Can they use trial and error to increase their understanding of life and express themselves more and more accurately, more and more thoroughly? And as a result of that learning, can we change our negative thoughts from, I'm so stupid, to, I wonder why I did that? Or from, I'm so weak, to, what if I did this instead? Or from, I'm a bad person, to, I'll do better next time. Why can't we, as humans, use all of our physical, emotional, spiritual, and divine natures to express who we are, and through that expression, learn how to live with each other? Not pitting ourselves against each other, but striving to live harmoniously inside and outside of ourselves. There's a very creative animated film called Inside Out. Actually, there are two such films now, one and two. The premise is that each of our emotions is an independent part of us that influences us and how we live and act in the world. The film shows how these parts learn to work together for the sake of getting their human through the various situations that she encounters in life. Each of these characters is, in their own way, supporting their human through what they bring. Fear is always fearful, anxiety is always anxious, and joy is always joyful, and so on. As their human, in this case, a young, growing adolescent girl, goes from situation to situation in her life, these aspects of her try to work in consensus to best respond in each situation. Sometimes anger might be the right response, sometimes sadness, sometimes joy, excitement, and yes, even pride. The different parts of us, of our humanness, have to work together. They are not enemies. They're just aspects of ourselves that, when mixed together, in a mixing bowl of life, guide our lives in ways that best express who we are in any given moment. Hopefully, most of the time that expression comes out in loving, supportive, uplifting, and encouraging ways. And what I really want to emphasize is that how we determine how to act will ideally come from within ourselves, not from a standard outside of ourselves, like spiritual teachings that don't serve us well, or a judging parental voice, or a critical voice, which bases its criticism on standards that are outside of ourselves, not necessarily our own truths. And when we get tripped up and make mistakes, we pick ourselves up, body, heart, soul, mind, and spirit. We make notes to ourselves so that the learning is deep, and we carry on being spiritual beings having a physical experience.